Alright everyone, good morning again and welcome back to more Trails Through Daybreak. Once again, we are continuing on from where we last left off, which is honestly taking care of some early, I wouldn't say side quests yet, we're about to work on that soon enough. I guess catching up with the crew, as well as doing a couple of connect events we haven't done in a long while, so there's that. Outside of it, we're preparing ourselves for the final run of this chapter, so if anything else, I hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for the love and support. And here we go. Okay, let's check who I got left over. I got a couple more people to speak to, so... Alright, Fairy. What's up?
Are
Are those Central Eastern and Western history textbooks?
Oh, yeah! Agnes gave me the Western one. They're supposed to be the same edition, but there's a bunch of little differences between their contents and viewpoints. It's been really eye-opening comparing them, even if there's also lots of stuff I don't really understand.
Well, ain't you a budding scholar? If you can get your hands on the Far Eastern version, I bet you'd find all kinds of differences there too.
I was thinking the same thing. So, Aaron promised to give me his old copy. You know, before I met you, I barely left the village. Most of my life was spent inside of it. But Ida wasn't kidding when she talked about how big the outside world is. Even if I dedicated my entire life to studying, I doubt I could learn all there is to know about it.
Probably, yeah. Listen, I meant what I said earlier, but I probably shouldn't have brought it up out of nowhere the way I did.
No, I totally get where you're coming from. The timing is right. Now that Almada's gone, I feel like I've been able to avenge Ida's death. It sounds like Abi's willing to forgive me for disobeying his orders, too. I also miss Umi, my mom, and my siblings Lana and Camille, to tell you the truth. But I've also gotten used to living in Calvert, and I have a lot of fun at Sunday school. And more than anything else, I'd be really sad to say goodbye to you and everyone here.
Still, we're not talking about tomorrow, even next week. And even if you do go home, it's not like we'll never see each other again. If your goal is to become a real warrior, though, then I think the choice is clear.
I guess you're right.
Though you don't have to go down that path if you don't want to. There's plenty of things you could do off the battlefield. You could even try following a path more like Sylphide's.
You really think I could be like Fee?
I'm not pushing you to join the guild or anything, to be clear. Just saying, it might be better than you following in your brother's footsteps.
Yeah, I think so too. Still, I never even considered becoming a bracer. Is it okay if I think more about it?
Think about it as long as you want. There's no rush. And just be ready to head out in a bit, okay?
Okay.
That was a nice little combo with her, thinking about her future, like everyone else.
Whoops.
Might as well check up on it. What about here? Holy crap, I could have gone here. Okay, that's my issue. Oh, hi, Van. We just wrapped up the breakfast menu for the day. What she said. No more from the morning menu for you. Don't care if you didn't get enough to eat. You lost your chance. I'm fine. I'm a grown-ass adult. I don't need to eat that much. I just dropped by to kill time until I leave for work. Also, I just want to say I'm so glad you all made it back here safe and sound. I second that. Sometimes you make for noisy neighbors, but lately, it's hard to rest easy when things get too quiet. Especially now that I won't be seeing my Cray regular anymore. Oh yeah, I guess you and that guy from Cray had some history, huh? I'm sorry. Yeah, since he helped with the restaurant stock, we got to know him pretty well. We'll be going to his memorial service, as you can imagine. It's only fair we send him off after everything he did for us. Right, makes sense. Well, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so things should still be lively around the office. But the source of the issue is gone now, so my assistants might split off soon. I'll believe it when I see it. It's a little hard to imagine they would. Oh, I was gonna ask earlier, but what about that racer? Did he stop by again? He has. He actually stopped by yesterday, thanks for asking. That's good. I guess. You alright? I suppose. He enjoyed his meal at least. What's the verdict? Anything between them or what? What? You don't gotta glare at me like that. Oh, are you talking about Maxim? He's funny in a lame way. These guys were cut out for him before anyone respects him as a father. Good luck, pal. Okay, I spoke to nearly everyone already. One more person left over, right? Nope, not you. Who's the last person here?
Not this way.
Oh, son of a gun. Okay, we can't leave. Aha, someone's here. In here? No, upstairs. Probably Anya's. Oh, she's outside. Oh, speaking of.
Okay, that should do it. Oh, Van, is it almost time to go?
It's getting there, but we still got some time. I can't believe how lifelike this guy is. Professor Hamilton's students are something else.
I was told there's more to him sleeping in the sun than just imitating dogs, too. He can turn the sun's rays into orbital energy.
Makes sense. I remember that being one of the areas Professor Hamilton was researching. Still, I know you've gotten real comfy around here over the past few months. But it's almost time to start planning the next school festival, ain't it? Isn't the student council gonna get real busy soon?
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm starting to feel the pressure, to tell you the truth. The end of April still feels like a long ways off now, but I know it'll be here before we know it. I was able to attend last year's festival just after enrolling, and there was just so much to see and do over those 3 days. It was hard to believe that the whole event was planned and executed by students alone, even if quite a lot of them did take part.
Yeah, it's a staple of spring in the capital at this point, especially with how many people check it out. And with your current president at the helm, I can see this upcoming one being a festival for the books.
The other student council members and I are a little worried about that. So you did attend Aramis then? Just like Elaine and Mr. Kincaid.
Yeah. I dropped out not long after becoming a second-year student, though. Elaine and I were in the same year while Renee was a third year. The second he had the chance, Renee took on being student council president because, of course, he did. And because we'd known him for so long, we started helping out with the student council work too. Then Elaine stepped up and took the role of vice president once the former one decided to go abroad for a while. So, there you go. That's how the festival came to be under one man's merciless watch.
I see. Of course, after getting to know you so well, I can imagine that whatever you organized for it was anything but typical. I'm sure Elaine was less than impressed with it, while Mr. Kincaid thought it would be funny and thoroughly approved, even though he probably shouldn't have.
It's like you were right there with us. I still remember my first drink after the after party back then too. Man, it was so good. You know how much of a sweet tooth I've got, but not even the bitterness of the alcohol could keep me from cracking a smile.
I should have known. You were pushing the boundaries of legality even as a teenager. So the festival came to a close, and the student council elections were held in May. That's when Elaine became the next president. And when you dropped out, I assume. You did it without warning, too. Without so much as a single discussion with anyone beforehand. So, how right am I?
You sure you're not psychic? It's like you're in my head.
Well, I know the average school year at Aramis, so I just put 2 and 2 together after seeing the way you talk to them. That, and these last few months have also done wonders for my personal growth. I used to be this shy little girl who was afraid to leave her comfort zone. Someone who couldn't even speak her mind to the one family member she wished she could the most. But now, I feel like a whole new me. I can walk a little further, and I've learned to say what's in my heart. I have everyone here to thank for that. But most of all, I have you to thank for that.
I thought dividing my high school years was enough of a surprise, but you weren't done, huh? At this rate, you're gonna have everyone running around at your beck and call even more than Renee.
Oh,
Then
stop. I doubt that'll be the case. Though there is one person I wish would pay a bit more attention to me.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking that I still have a long road ahead of me.
So, you got to talk to him a bit on the phone after what happened in Erasium, but that's it? Yes, though I'm used to that by now. It seems like this year's Revolution Festival is going to be a big one too. What with the memorial service and more besides. It's no wonder he doesn't have much time to dedicate to me right now. But he did say we could get together after the ceremony's over, thankfully. Really? I guess that's better than nothing. And at least you can still see him. That is true. Compared to Elaine, I'm very fortunate. I can't even imagine what she must be going through. She's amazing to have been able to do what she did, to make what must have been an excruciating decision, even if it was the right one. And I don't think there are many people who could have followed through on that, bracer or otherwise. I hate that the hard times clearly aren't over for her. But if you could just be there for her, I think she would like that very much. I don't mean to put that responsibility squarely on your shoulders, of course. Mr. Kincaid and the guild should be there for her too, but still. I mean, yeah, I wasn't gonna give her the cold shoulder or anything. It won't make up for what I did 7 years ago, but I'd like to think I can still be there for her in some way others can't. Sounds like she won't be back for a while though. She's got a ton left to do in Erasian. What's that look for? Not proactive enough, you think? Oh, don't mind me. I'm sure just knowing you want to comfort her would mean a lot in itself, really. Oh, okay. Yeesh. Can't always please a teenager once they get to that age, I guess. Still. What is it? Why are you laughing? Ah, you lovebirds want to get a room? I didn't know you were all here. Is it ready time to leave then? You might want to get your eyes checked if you thought you were seeing hard eyes. Oh, I don't know. Did you hear anything special, Zeros? Not you too, Katra. We were just making small talk, honest. I feel a little better now, to be honest. Our futures may still be uncertain, but for now, we can continue to take each day as it comes. That we can. And sorry, I shouldn't have said what I did earlier. Man. Our boss is such a little troublemaker. I don't sweat it. They say not being able to read the room comes with old age. You know, one day, you're gonna realize I'm still in my prime. It's always the same with you two. Forget it. Let's just see what's on the docket for today. The Revolutions Festival is 3 days out, and I wouldn't be surprised if the aftermath of Almada's destruction led to problems too. It's only 10:30 and there's a lot of us, so I think we can cover all the districts in this part of town by today, right? Right. Let's get to work. Alright, Agnes, Fairy, and Aaron have joined the party. Select 2 additional members. I'll go with Judith. I'm torn between Rosette and Burgard. I'll go with Rosette. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna super save for a minute. No, don't act up on me, Analog. Not today, please. Not today. What we got going on for us right now? Oh, Analog, stop it. Analog. Thank you. Alright, so...
Ladder launched!
Oh, I got connects. Alright, an old man's back pain. This is for Yume. Ren. Mysterious request. Nina. I can max her out. Fee and Jack's side hustle. Alright, I think we'll go with Nina first. The director of Wolves Requiem, Leslie Lamb, got in touch with me through director Gotti. Apparently, he wants to talk to me about Nina. She's gonna be in a new film. Okay, let's try that. Alright, yep. This is the real me. The one you don't know. The one I don't want you to know. But No, this isn't right. I'm missing something. Hey there. Thought about taking a break? Mr. Arkwright, what are you doing here? Your director sent me. There's an actress I've been working with whose work I'd like your opinion on, if that's okay. Ever since I offered her the part, she's been immersed in the role almost to a scary degree. I was originally going to ask Judith for help here, but it might be a bad idea if I did it since I'm not involved with the film's production at all. I know you're pretty tight-lipped, so I said why not? So you're gonna help? This guy's gonna help everyone. Why not? I guess they were both really worried about me. We recently filmed one of the most important scenes in my next film, you see. The director said my final cut was fine, so we were ready to move on. But I'm still not happy with it. I still feel like I can do better, so I asked him to let me shoot again after I rehearsed it with some more. And that's why you're here all alone? It sounded like a long monologue. Surprised it's giving you so much trouble. I think it's because I've been rehearsing it alone. I'm meant to look at someone during the actual scene, and it's hard when I don't have anyone. Oh, I know. Would you be willing to act as my partner while I practice? Me? Didn't see that one coming, but I know that even if I said no, you ain't leaving until it's perfect. But are you sure you want to ask me? I ain't exactly an experienced actor. That's alright. Just you being here will make a world of a difference. Alright, I got time to spare, so give it your best shot. Just don't go expecting nothing a sack of flour can do better. Thank you. With Van as her partner, Nina continued practicing the problematic scene over and over. But in the end, she still wasn't able to come up with a take she was happy with. How about that break? This is your job and all, but you're gonna burn yourself out if you keep at it non-stop. I'm so sorry. It feels like I've just been wasting your time here. I should have known I couldn't handle this like Judith does. What's she got to do with this? You guys are very different kinds of actresses, yeah? People always talk about how I embody the characters I act so naturally. It's like I'm possessed by them. You might be able to put a positive spin on it, but what those words mean at the end of the day is that my acting has no real soul of its own. That's a bit harsh. But it's the truth. Judith's acting is just so full of heart and soul. Every one of her roles has an identity that's uniquely hers. Not to say that she's not doing a good job portraying the role, of course. I don't mean that. She maintains the role's integrity, but she always puts part of her into it. She takes to every role in a way that's uniquely hers. That's her greatest appeal as an actress, if you ask me. I see it, yeah. But I just can't do that. I don't have her strength of spirit. And I never will, because I'm empty. All I can do is act the role I'm given. See, I think your problem is you're comparing yourself too much to her when you should be acting the way you feel you should act. In other words, just be you, right? That's all I can ever do. She's extremely transparent while acting, so much so that you might see right through her and her hollow acting. I remember reading down a magazine after your debut film aired. You have good memory. You know, that's just cause someone that said that doesn't mean it's true, right? If that's how people see you, then that's a talent you should take in stride. But you can call my acting skills whatever you want, but the truth is I'll never measure up to Judith. And that might be your problem right there. If you really think there's nothing in there, then that's all the more space to start filling in. There's still plenty of time for you to create the identity you think you're lacking. You got a lot of material to take inspiration from. What do you mean? You're well known for not just taking a script and listening to it to a T. You always take it a step further. You wrap yourself in a role and let it become who you are. You think and act like the characters would. That's not something you just up and forget. Or do their lives and experiences just vanish from your head after you stop playing the role? No, they don't. I remember everything. I remember the warmth of being in Ron's arms as Michelle and Wolves welcomed him. I still remember how reassuring it was to have my friends and companions at my side and Gloria as Sheena Dirk. Yeah, thought so. You remember all of that so clearly. And that's not something just everyone can do. Not even Judith. Those voices, those feelings are just as much a part of you. You ain't empty. But don't let them overwhelm you either. You gotta listen to what you want to. And I might get shit for saying this, but to help with the script, I think this should be more important to you. Because it's something that only you can do. I never even considered disregarding my lines. That might actually be a good idea. Do you mind if I try a scene one more time? I might finally have something. Now let's start from the very beginning this time. Yeah, sure. Wait, already? And so, they resumed their acting. Nina performed the scene over and over, Van still acting as her partner. Every attempt refined the scene further, and Nina could feel the pleasant and satisfying exhaustion wash over her. Eventually.
This is the real me. The one you don't know. The one I don't want you to know. But I can't run anymore. Not if I'm going to stay true to myself.
Cut! Mr. Lamb? How long have y'all been there? Wait, were you filming this? Don't worry, we're only filming Nina. That was spectacular, Nina. I was gonna say Lena. I know I approved our previous take, but this was significantly better. You went off script a little, but that doesn't matter. When I could feel you and your character so perfectly in your delivery. Thank you, director. Alright everyone, let's keep this momentum and get back to shooting. Of course. I'm glad that's taken care of. Same. It's a relief. It feels like I finally saw a side of myself I'd never faced before. Thank you so much for your help. They parted ways, Van leaving Nina and her crew to their filming.
That was invigorating. You should keep an eye out for my next performance.
Evolving talent. I'm maxed out. That's it. Alright, who else? Ren Bright. Got a Forspriggan from an unknown sender. It wasn't just addressed to me, but Ren Bright as well. Normally I wouldn't take on a request like this, but I'm oddly curious. Maybe I should see what Ren's up to. Let's max her out too. A Spriggan request addressed towards both you and I. Something stinks real bad about this one, but I don't think it's just a prank either. Thoughts? I can handle it myself if you'd like. That's fine, I'll lend you a hand. We have quite a few shared acquaintances after all. It's worth looking into. So, what's the request about? A retrieval. Something's been smuggled into the city via the underground, and we're supposed to go get it. The route there is pretty convoluted, and it looks like shit's been encrypted over and over a few times. Not gonna lie, this might be a little bit of my death. Lucky for you that I'm here. You both are perfectly suited for this matter, so let's cooperate and get to the bottom of this. After agreeing to work together, Van and Ren decoded the Forspriggan. They continued gathering clues afterwards from the Orbital Net and the Underworld. Eventually, the trail led them to an attaché case. This must be what we're looking for. That was some tricky shit to figure out. They definitely didn't cut us any slack. I'll say, we had to follow the thinnest threads we could find just to get here. Had we not teamed up, this whole search would probably be a dead in the water. They must have trusted us to find it in the end, though, if it was here after all. Well, let's crack it open and see what's inside. Van unlocked the attaché case and threw it open to reveal. What? Writing utensils and painting supplies? The hell's this stuff for? There's nothing weird about any of them, just normal ass pencils. I don't get it. Oh, it looks like we also got these letters here. They're addressed to the both of us. No sender listed, but I can only think of one. Right. Grandpa Jurg. Beyond a doubt. Dear Ren, I realize I'm more than 6 months late. Before I say anything else, I want to congratulate you on your acceptance into Aramis. Time really does fly fast, doesn't it? It feels like it was only yesterday that you enrolled at Genis. You've always had that impeccable talent and appetite for learning, from your studies to your papers and everywhere in between. You may have felt at first that there was no point in returning to ordinary schooling, that it was a waste of time for a mind of your caliber. But there are some things you can only learn and experience in those common places. I suspect you've come to realize that yourself. Now that you have a place in this world to call your own, it's good to spread your wings and spend time away from your friends and family. Although I only looked after you for a short period, I pray that you find happiness wherever your travels take you. Sincerely, Grandpa Jurg. P.S. Thank you for taking care of those kids and tidying up after the workshop during your visit a year and a half ago. I greatly appreciate it. I didn't know what to get you to celebrate your admission, so I simply picked up some safe bets for a student your age. If you have no use for them, feel free to throw them out. I'll hardly be hurt. Don't be like that, Grandpa. I could never throw these things away. He's still as he ever was. Awkward and clumsy outside of his doll making, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, let's see what he's got to say to me next. To Mr. Van Arkeride. It goes without saying that you and I have done much for each other over the years. I won't dwell on that ancient history. But if I can offer one piece of advice to you, do not avert your eyes from the spirit you have within. Beyond that, please continue to guide and protect my granddaughter. I trust that you're looking out for her while she's in your periphery. I was gonna say prosperity. Did he really have to write that last part? I'm not used to seeing him be so protective. Hard to blame the guy. He ain't seen you in years. Cut him a little slack. At least it's not you he's being nosy with anyway. What did he mean by your spirit within, though? That's an intriguing line. Beats me. No idea what he was talking about, but that's par for the course with him. I mean, you know how he is. Guy just sees everything differently. One hell of a grandpa you've got there, you know that. People say his dolls are beyond lifelike. They even have their own hearts and souls. Maybe that power lets him take a look inside other people's hearts all the time. He could be onto something. It wouldn't hurt to keep what he wrote to you in mind, whatever it turns out to mean. Maybe, yeah. So where's that old fart anyway? Any idea where he is or what he's up to these days? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. He may very well slip back into the workshop in the crossbow by now. Perhaps he's abandoned it and set up shop somewhere else entirely. It's so hard to tell with him. My master was like that too. Maybe being all cryptic and just part of getting old. Maybe so. I'm happy to have heard from him at least. Thanks for bringing me along. I'll have to return the favor one of these days. Hey, take it down a notch. You play with fire, you might get burned. Oh, you think I'm just some little girl, do you? I'll be all grown up before you know it. In many ways, I already am. At least enough for me to reach out and lend you a hand when you need it most. Just like you did for me all those years ago. Yeesh, the old man's right. This girl's growing up fast. Too fast, if you ask me. Sure, I'll ring you up if I really need a hand. Van saw Ren back to her dormitory and left the attaché case in her care. With that, the two went out their separate ways. Two went their separate ways. And just like that, it was back to the usual business.
I'll invite you to a tea party sometime. I do so enjoy being a good hostess.
Nice.